Hello there friends, it's Ashley here from the Loopy Lamb and theloopylamb.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing this DMC memory thread cone. I received these from our friends at DMC, and they had actually just reached out and let me know that they were sending me these to check out. So I'm not really a big embroidery or needlepoint person, so I wanted to take a look at how I could use these memory thread cones for crochet. But before we get into that, I'll tell you a little bit about what they actually are. These are called cones, but as you can see, they're just oversized bobbins. And this is a thin, or I guess it would be thin gauge wire. It's copper wire that's covered in thread or fiber. It is very, very smooth and soft. And on the top here, you can see that there's the breakdown of its contents. And so it's 40% copper, which is your wire, obviously, 34% viscose, which is from bamboo, 23% cotton, and 3% polyamide. The reason this exists essentially is that it creates some 3D dimension, especially if you're a needle pointer. So you can do really fun things and do 3D effects on your projects. But it also can be used for crochet. And I had so much fun playing with this. It was delivered earlier in the week. I got started right away and it was just so much fun. I've got the two different colors. This one here is color number 6360 and this one is 6310. They're both listed under the gray section on the DMC website. And I think there's 25 colors total of this stuff. But I personally consider the one on the left a little bit more of a blue because in person it does look like almost like a sky blue. So during my experimentation with this stuff, I used a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. I've crocheted with wire and thread a couple of times, but this was a whole different experience because the thread covering the wire bulks up the gauge a bit. And it might be harder to see because it's gray on the gray there, but it bulks up the gauge. So it felt like a more stiff or wiry version of a thinner fingering weight yarn, and it glides off the hook really nicely. I used to have issues with my hands hurting when I would crochet with wire because it's wire, it's really stiff, it's hard on your hands. But I had none of those issues with this for the most part, there being one exception. So I did some crochet stuff, and I've made myself, here's one of them here. Oops, I made a set of earrings, and this was a lot of fun, and this will actually be shared as a free tutorial on the YouTube channel here next week. So if you're interested in checking that out, you will see a tutorial for these earrings. And the whole process of making these earrings for both of them probably took 10 whole minutes, and they're fun, they're light, I really, really love them. And they have a really, really great stitch definition. But the part that kind of hurt my hands when I was working with this, and this was mostly because of what I was experimenting with, is I did Tunisian crochet with the wire, and it is so funky and cool. I'm not sure if you can see the texture on it. I did the Tunisian knit stitch, and it is just so fun. I think this would be really cool if you did, say, like one of those I think they're called cuff bracelets, where the thick bracelets that go around your wrists. But I think I've also heard them called gladiator bracelets, maybe. I'm not a big jewelry person, but I really love how this turned out, and it was really cool. But it was a little harder on my hands just because of the nature of how you do Tunisian crochet and the tension of the wire. But I had zero issues doing the earrings. I've done a couple of other small things with it, and there were no issues. But I really, really liked this. It was a lot of fun. There are 230 meters, which roughly in my head, I think equates to 250 yards of the memory thread per spool. And right now on their website, I think it's retailing for $32.99. I don't know if that's American or not, but it's $32.99. So it can be a little price prohibitive for some people, but I really think that this would be great if you were somebody that, say, did markets or you wanted to do gifts, because as a rough guesstimate, I'll probably get about 20 or more pairs of these earrings from a single spool. And if I were to, say, be doing markets, I can make these earrings quickly. I don't have to block them, so there's less time investment on the making side of things. And then if I'm selling them even for, say, $10 a pair, I can very quickly get my return of my investment on one of these cones. But it's definitely something cool because I really like trying to crochet with different sort of materials and fibers. Like I've done plastic bags, wire, we've done all kinds of different things, and it was just one of those cool new things that I could try with crochet. So if you are interested, I will be sharing this earring pattern next week on the channel here. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, this is something a little different than my usual thing, and it was just a lot of fun, so I wanted to share with you here today. So thanks again for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. And if you enjoy free crochet patterns, please check out my blog, theloopylamb.com. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.